showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I'm your host, Tommy, and by my side is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as the Apex Man. Can we get a sigh of relief there? Because that second half was atrocious. Really, really bad offense. Defense also started going down that well, like the offense was later in the game. Green Bay is a young, hurt team, and we got away with one. I got to admit, we got away with one tonight. I think you cannot. If that was a better team, who knows what happens there? Honestly, 3 points in the second half, Mikey. That's outrageous. 2 turnovers on 2 straight possessions. Yeah, Scott, we'll get to that. It wasn't his best performance tonight at all. This is probably one of the worst performances in a while. Mikey, your thoughts on the game?
First half, wasn't happy with the defense. Thought we were getting gashed. Was happy with the offense. Second half, wasn't happy with either side of the ball. This is probably the worst 10-point win in my life. Like, I should be happy that we won a game, but holy crap, did we look bad in the second half. I couldn't understand what the offensive game plan was in the second half. Guys were creating stupid, undisciplined penalties, dropping balls, playing for themselves. Dorsey all of a sudden went away from the run game when it was working. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then Allen just like hit this random rut like he didn't want to be there. And, like that pass that he threw over Kumro's head that was wide open, that was just lazy mechanics. He dropped his elbow and it went sailed on him. It was horrible. Hey, Chewy, how you doing? I know. Angry Buffalo comes in and says, we always look bad after a bye. We always win, but we always look horrible. I'll tell you, if we play like that against the Jets next week, the Jets defense could win that game for them.
Yeah, you can't play like that. You cannot. Listen, Mikey, once again, we went away from the run in the second half when it was going just fine.
Yeah.
With Devin Singletary, and we just totally went away from it. We got lackadaisical. And the players just seemed like, we got this. It was just bad. It was just bad. It was bad all around. And you can't listen. They always preach, the Buffalo Bills players, coach staff. Every game is a new game, right? Every game is the most important game to them. They didn't play. I kind of felt like this game they didn't have that mentality. I kind of felt like they went up and they were just like, we got this. And instead of just playing their game, continuing, to do what they were doing in the first half, and they just, Josh Allen, even Josh Allen was making boneheaded mistakes that he would make in like 2019. You know what I mean? Throwing the ball, overthrowing receivers, throwing the ball. We're in the red zone.
Throw the ball away.
Get a field goal there. Game's over. It's over. It's 30. That's a point 30-10 or whatever. Why would I don't understand his thinking, Dorsey's thinking in the second half. And then the defense, then Poyer got hurt. Not good. Let's hope that he's okay, guys, because you saw and I love Hamlin, but now you got Hamlin and Jaquan back there, and you saw what happened there at the end. Should never happen. And that was a rookie receiver, too. It wasn't like a vet receiver got him on a play. That unacceptable. Just some boneheaded mistakes. A lot of drops tonight.
Tackling.
let me tell you.
tackling.
Yeah, Gabe Davis tonight. Yeah, you handled that chat for me real quick, Mikey. The Gabe Davis tonight, very disappointed in Gabe Davis play all around. Listen, I get it was chippy in there. I get they were talking trash and coming through in the tunnel. But bro, get your mind in the game. Gabe Davis dropping passes left and right from the start, right in his hands. Mm-hmm. Then he gets a penalty, 15 yards. We were right there. We could have had a field goal right there. Like, why? What are you doing? Put us out of field goal range, and now we're backed up again. Now we got a punt. Like, it's just like stupid, boneheaded. So you're dropping passes and you're causing us to lose yards. Like, just not a good game for Gabe Davis tonight. Really, offense in whole did not, especially second half. I mean, there was who really shined tonight on offense. Honestly, shined. I was Diggs shined, but he even kind of went quiet. I kind of felt like the chirping got to him in the second half. I kind of felt like he got out of it.
Yeah, Alexander got under their skin.
Yes, exactly. Badly. And you can't let that happen, right? So that's what I mean. So James Cook, I felt like was
he
good
played
tonight.
Well. Yeah,
I thought he played well. Like, I didn't feel like the moment was too big for him. I kind of feel like the game's slowing down for him, which is good. Devin Singletary also played. Yeah, Devin Singletary played very well tonight. Deion Dawkins played poorly, by the way. A lot of mistakes tonight.
Dawkins killed 2 drives with penalties.
Yeah. Unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. I thought Isaiah McKenzie played well, by the way. Isaiah McKenzie played well. It was a good bounce back because he needed that, right? Bad performance in the Chiefs game. And he bounced back. I thought he did good kick returns. I thought he was smart with that. Khalil Shakir not involved in this game. I like, once again, I don't understand why not. Like, why is Kumro in there? You know what I mean? Like, I know he missed him. That's not Kumro's fault, but why not have another, like, Shakir guy that's already proving himself? I don't know. Some of the play calls that Dorsey did in the second half was it was bad. I didn't understand it, Mikey. I didn't
understand it either. Chewy's being the voice of reason here.
No, listen. Yeah, I get. Listen, Chewy.
Chewy's the one that's being the voice of
reason. No, and it's fine. And I will say this to Chewy. I will say this because I am not that Debbie Downer guy, but we're here to talk about what we liked and didn't like, right? However, not every game is going to be perfect.
Yep.
So let's just say, thank God we got the win, and thank God it was not like against a better opponent we lost the game. So I'll take the W, but there's a lot of lessons to be learned here. And I'm sure McDermott's going to talk to the players about this. But, yes, it just – I'm not a Debbie Downer, but we have to talk about the bad, right, and the good. And I'm giving you some good. But, listen, 3 points in the second half, if we don't have a good first half, who knows how that game goes?
Yeah.
Just saying. Can't do that. Can't do that against a Chiefs team. Can't do that against a Baltimore team. Can't do that against a better offensive team that could come back and score like this in the second half, right? And then you're making mistakes, stupid boneheaded mistakes on offense, and then that's how you lose a game. Luckily, we went, like I said, we went against a Packers team that was a lot of injuries, a lot of young guys. Like, by the way, that field goal, I had a feeling they were going to miss that the whole time. I was setting my podcast up.
We have a super chat that's come in from Scott Blakely. So frustrating watching the missed tackles.
Oh, let's get to that. That's great. Oh. So I was texting Mikey all night from the first quarter on, Scott. It was weird. Like, I thought our defense played well, but boy, the tackling was a problem tonight. A lot of missed tackles. The run defense was bad, and I understand that we were giving them kind of the run in that game, but still. A lot of missed tackles. There was a play in the fourth quarter where we had them at the 1, dude, and they let them get another 5-6 yards, bro. Yeah. They had 3 guys. How do you do? Come on, man. Like, that is not us. Like, I don't understand. 5, so I'm over. But, yeah, man, it's just unacceptable play. But listen, I'm sure the players are going to be hard on themselves. And like we were saying earlier, I think on offense, especially for the receivers, I think the Packers got under their skin, bro. I do. and that can't happen.
It started
bro.
before the game. You can't allow that.
No, you can't, man. I've seen that before. I forget what team we played, and we kind of lost our ways because it was that like the team was getting under our skin. We did that before.
Yeah, I want to ask you that question. So Scott comes in and says Edmonds was lost out there again. I didn't think Edmonds was lost. I didn't think Edmonds had a horrible game.
I didn't think he had a horrible game, but I didn't think he had a good game either. I thought he was okay. I thought he had some missed tackles.
I mean, everybody had missed tackles.
No, I know, but still, you can't. I'm just saying. You're gonna. I don't think it was horrible, but man, he had a couple where he had the running back. I mean, he had what's his name wrapped up, and they carried him for. I mean, come on, man! Like you cannot let that happen.
It seemed like they had more of the dog in them, more of the fight than we did after halftime. Because the first half we were fine. Sure. You know, we were in the half,
it was smooth,
24-7. You know, and then in the second half, it was like they just didn't come out to play the second half.
Yeah. No, indeed. This is what I'm saying. We're not tripping. I'm just giving you like an honest opinion how we play.
Yeah.
I just can't. If I come on here and it's like, guys, we won. We looked excellent. Yo, Bills Mafia, we're the best. Have a good night. Peace out. Like, you guys are like, yo, this guy. So I have to.
Did you watch the same game I watched?
I have to give you some of the bad because listen, you don't think the players are going to hear this from the coaches? Of course they are. Like they're not. The coaching staff's going to be like, yeah, guys, man, that was a great game. Like you guys played really excellent in that second half. Like no, I'm sure. And not only that, the players are getting on some stuff too, huh?
Yeah, Jack was right. They gotten too emotionally involved.
Yes, like it seems like, bro, that second half, it was almost like the Green Bay Packers went into halftime, Mikey, and they're like, you know what? We're down 24-7. Let's just go out there, play football. Who gives a fuck? And let's just do whatever. Let's just get under their skin. Let's just play and see what. Who cares, right? Let's just chat. Let's play as dirty as we can. Give them a dog fight. And that's what they did. And even the coach said, they interviewed him, hey, 0-0. That's what I told him. And it seems like our coaches were like, hey, just go out there and have fun, guys. I mean, I don't know.
McDermott did not look happy on the sidelines in the second half.
Well, of course not. Seeing your lead dwindle and dumb plays. How many times do we have tonight in the second half to end the game?
We had multiple times. Right, we were in the red zone. Deion Dawkins gets a penalty, pushes us back. We have to kick the field goal.
Multiple times.
We were going down, and Josh Allen throws an interception. Then he throws another interception.
Yeah,
and then Davis gets the personal foul that pushes us out. So we had
have to punt. Right.
We had 4 chances down there where we had a chance to do something and we didn't do it. But let's not keep the negative piece. We've hit all the frustrations around what they've done, what they want. Let's find the things that we did like.
Mm-hmm.
We came out extremely fast on offense. I loved that we got Singletary involved early in the run game. Love that we brought Cook in. Saw Cook break some tackles, have a little bit of wiggle. We saw him with a long catch in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line played like dog crap most of the night. But let's be honest, that Green Bay Packers defense is a good defense. They are.
No, they're good. Hold on real quick, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all count the same. Obviously, that second half, wish we had a few things back. Got a little out of groove and just did some uncharacteristic things. Can't make those decisions. Can't put our team in a situation where, the only way that team gets back in it is by turning the ball over. And 2 stupid ones that really had no business throwing. Second one was just really trying to dirt it and just didn't dirt it. So those happen. We'll learn from it. Coming off a bye, at the end of the day, we're 6-1. I know we got a team that's playing really well next week in New York. So learn from this one, put it behind us, and look forward towards next week.
Are you concerned at all? Again, you're 6-1, so I know there's too much to be concerned with. But the inability maybe to close out a game running the ball. I mean, you had to, like you said, you had to make some plays. You thought passing, and you guys haven't had that ability to really close the game out by gouging.
I don't really have a concern with that. I have a concern with making stupid decisions and not closing out the game that way either. So things that we can do things that I can do differently. Obviously, that changes the feeling and the outcome of that game. And obviously, I have a crappy taste in my mouth right now. And I know we won. And I'm happy that we won. Our defense played really well. Special teams played really well. I thought we ran the ball really. There's a lot of positives. It's never as bad, never as great as you think it is. But a lot to learn from, a lot to get better at. And again, that's what we practice for.
All right. Let me pause this real
I
quick.
am glad he said that.
Yeah, 100%.
He said everything that we were just saying, and he felt the same way. So you know what? I feel better about it knowing that he's not happy. You know, he didn't come in there all peppy and say, we won by 10, guys. You know, he's pissed too. He had no business throwing those two. Okay, you know what? I feel better as a Bills fan. So,
so real quick, so we did get some help today, by the way, and a game I did predict over the weekend. New England beat the Jets 22-17. I was so close. I predicted 2017. I was super duper close in that game. Patriots win. That's good. That puts us up 2 games now in the division. Miami barely won, but wins a win. They beat the Lions, so that puts them up. And the Giants lost. Hey, Dable's second loss. That was their quarterback didn't look too hot today. In that, Philly absolutely destroyed Pittsburgh, which we knew. So they improved to what, 7-0, 8-0, I believe they are. And the Titans beat Houston. So Titans are on a roll ever since we beat them. They are playing pretty good football as of today, really. And Seattle, I already said that, beat the Giants. By the way, San Francisco beat the Rams. Rams are not looking good. And CMC looked really good today for the 49ers. But anyways, I just want to give you a quick update on that. So we're up 2 games. That's a positive. And we got the Jets next week, and they just lost. And you see their quarterback get exposed today. I don't have any faith in their quarterback there, but their defense is still tough. Their defense is tough, and we can't make these mistakes that we did today against that defense. And I think, like Josh said, he knows he made some poor mistakes. He understands that the offense made some mistakes, and no one's he's his toughest critic, right? Especially for him. And I'm sure it's everybody else. I'm sure Gabe Davis is not happy with himself. I'm sure Stephon Diggs knows. So we'll be fine. And like Mikey said, a win's a win. There is some good stuff to come out of this game. We're going to get to it now. So let's continue with the good stuff, Mikey.
Okay, so good stuff. Run blocking.
Yes.
Run blocking was good tonight.
It was.
You know,
it definitely was.
We started off, Singletary was ripping off. I think in the first half, he averaged like 8.2. Cook came in, ripped off a few good runs too. He was averaging a little bit over 9. And then second half, we went away from the run game. But, I liked what we saw. The Allen to Diggs combo was hot early, but nobody else was. That was the problem. Nobody else was on today.
Nope.
Knox dropped one. Gabe Davis dropped a couple. The
Doesn't
defense,
this game kind of remind you of last season's Dolphin game?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Except we started hot and finished.
Yeah, you're right. It was the opposite. It was the opposite.
We started
slow
and finished really good.
Yeah. But it was the same concept. It was just like, weird how that happened. But listen, we were on a bye week 2 weeks, right? Players were chilling, right? They had the week off. Remember McDermott didn't put them to training. They were out chilling. So maybe there was a little rust there. Not rust, but okay. So we're gonna give them we're gonna go to the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna give them a little pass on this game, and they did get the W. So continue with what you're saying, Mike.
Yeah. So for first, Chewy comes in and asks a question: what is our play of the game? My play of the game.
What is yours, Mikey?
The Josh Allen to Diggs touchdown. It was a beautifully thrown ball. Why the ref let him get late hit after the fact, I don't understand. The refs,
out of bounds,
played into that. Yeah, they really let them play into that. I don't get it. It was a weird night all the way around. But I would say Allen to Diggs was probably my play of the game.
Man, it's hard not to pick that one too because it was a scoring touchdown. It was a big touchdown.
The big 53-yarder to get into field goal range was nice too.
Yeah.
In the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, no, that was really nice. I'll give it to the Diggs because that was a great throw.
Great route.
Yeah, but if I had like honorable mention too, even though we didn't do anything on offense after, was the batted ball. I believe it was Settle, and then Milano. I believe it was Milano with the interception. That was a great turn. It would if we would have went down to school. I think it was
Settle.
Flips or Settle. But either way, we got the turnover after a turnover, and then we got another turnover. But that was a good play.
But you're right, Amy. We're 6-1.
Damn real, man. 6-1, and we still 27-17, still kind of a butt whipping. Think about it. For as bad as we played in the second half,
right?
They really, honestly had no. I really, even Mikey was like, and I told him, I said, I'm not worried, and I very rarely say that. Like I wait for the zeros on the clock to be like, but I just felt like we still had a better team out there, even with the dumb mistakes that we were doing, Mikey.
Yeah.
It felt like we
were going up and down the field. We just didn't score
with ease. Yeah, it seemed like with ease. The only drive I would say like that was that first drive coming out of the second half that we had. That was bad. That was just a bad overall drive. Remember, we started driving, and then Deion Dawkins got the penalty. Yeah, but
it killed it.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, we were doing a lot of weird plays, like throwing the ball.
Like the second half. The second half, I didn't understand what we were doing in the second half at all.
Yeah. Yes. What else with the good, Mikey? What else? I'm sure there's other stuff.
So the good. Tyler Bass was money. Martin was money. The coverage teams were money. The one long kick return that they gave up was because they held. Our coverage teams, our special teams look good again tonight. Our defense got gashed for a bunch of yards, but didn't give up points.
No.
They clamped down when they had to. Greg Rousseau is a freaking monster.
He's a beast, y'all. We
should have had 2 sacks, but Ed Oliver jumped off sides on one of them.
Yeah, and then Ed Oliver should have had a sack, but Dane Jackson got faced the helmet. Which, by the way, I saw. I got to see that play again because it didn't look like he did, but maybe he quickly did. I didn't see it real quick in the replay, but apparently he did. But we got that call right back in the second half too. They had like a cheapy call there. Who else had a good game? Like I said, they just went away from him. Singletary, 14 carries, 67 yards at a 4.8 carry. Very good.
Yeah.
I mean that's. I mean,
both
really
both
good.
of our running backs.
James Cook 5 carries, 35 yards, 7 yards a carry. He had some big runs at the game.
Josh Allen,
17
6 for 49, had 8.2 yards a carry.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs with another 100-yard performance. He's continuing that streak. He had another touchdown. So, I mean, there's a lot. There is some pot. Listen, like, we're not going to give you all the negatives. So, there was some good play. I thought DeMar Hamlin was laying dudes out tonight. Like, that dude.
He missed a few tackles.
He did.
He keeps going low, and they step over him.
He did. And he also missed some coverages. But
he brings the wood.
Yeah, and I think, though, you got to remember, second season.
Yeah,
he's only played like 3 games, since Micah went down, right? So really, it's kind of his rookie kind of season if you really want to play it like that, because now he's getting full-time action, right? And he's gonna make some mistakes like that. I'm just really praying that Poyer it's nothing serious, because I don't feel comfortable with those two back
both
there.
Of those,
and that begs, and depending on the Poyer injury, because we don't know yet. That is going to be interesting on the Trey coming back. If they put Benford back there, like we were talking, I'm very curious. Or if they put Trey back. I am so curious what they do there. Now, that's all about the Poyer injury. And what I'll tell you what I don't like about it. He was ruled out quick, and it's his other elbow. So now he has 2 banged up elbows. It's like not good. He's already has 1 in a brace. So now you got what? Put another in a brace. Let's just hope it's not bad. Like I have no idea what it was, but it was wrapped. And boy, it's weird. They didn't even mention it until they showed him on the side. So I didn't,
I didn't even see where he got hurt. It was weird.
They didn't even show it. They didn't. Right, nothing. So
hopefully,
I have no idea.
They were just being precautious because we did have a big lead. Still,
yeah, maybe. Let's hope.
That's what I'm hoping.
We need that
for.
dude. We need that dude, man.
I don't like the 2 young kids in the back with all young kids out there.
No, man.
That's
a lot of youth.
Poyer. Yeah, I like Poyer with Hamlin. I'll be interested to see once Trey comes back, who's CB2. I really will be
Dane's been playing really good too, man. Dane's been playing
so is
Kair. Kair, I know. I don't know. Maybe they rotate like kind of like Benford and Elam were doing early on. Maybe they play them both like depending on the coverage. I don't know. Depending how the game flow goes. I have no idea, but you're right. That will be interesting. I have no idea. We will find out though, because I have a feeling you will see Trey possibly against the Jets. At least maybe some limited action.
I would like to see him get even split times just to get him back into.
Yeah. Knock that rust off. Get hit.
Put Dane and Trey on one side. Put Kair and Benford on the other, and rotate them like we do with our defensive line.
Right.
Amy comes in and says the only game remaining that scares her is the Vikings. Otherwise, 16-1 and Super Bowl champions. Honestly, the only game that scares me, and I'm not even really scared, is Cincinnati. I watched the Vikings play today. They did not look good. They are probably the worst 6-1 team I've ever seen.
They're up there. I mean, I thought Giants
they're squeaking by as well. Giants lost today.
Yeah, I know, but up to that point. But you're right.
I'm not worried. Did not look good.
No, I'm not worried about them. Kirk Cousins is so up and down. But the reason why Bengals don't really is because by that time it's week 17. And who knows where we're at right at that time.
Yeah.
Right? Like how far we're ahead in the East, right? And if we've already wrapped up the AFC, let's say we did.
So let me ask you
what do
question.
We do there?
After watching tonight's performance, do you want the 1 seed knowing we have a bye week?
Yeah, I still want it. Okay. Got to get that home field advantage, man. We played that game too many times. You got to bring it home in Buffalo.
Does that concern you at all? How bad we come off of buys?
It doesn't because these are lessons. These are lessons learned, and it's a play.
Year 5
I'll tell you why. Lessons learned, but I will say this: it's also different. They're not going to be home chilling. They're, you know what I mean, like on a bye week. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is. They know what's at stake, right? They're going to be
at the facilities. They're not all going all over the place.
Right. They will be like I highly doubt they're going to be like chilling and eating ice cream at home. You know, like I'm pretty sure they're
all over the country. During the bye week.
Yeah, they all were. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Those players they deserve it, but you kind of see it. But this is a regular season, right?
Yeah.
This is week 8. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. Playoff time. If we clinch the AFC, I definitely want that AFC. I want that home field advantage. I don't want I don't want the extra game played either. Think about it, right? That's where injuries come in because you know what I mean. You never know, right? So
I was just asking a question.
I
chat earlier. So
it's cool. No, it's a good question, but I think the players would understand what's at stake, and so would the coaching staff, and they would definitely have them ready. I don't think there would be any kind of bye week setback,
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't hit Rodgers more tonight with how bad the offensive line was beat up. We only had 4 QB hits.
We didn't. Well, once again, we don't really bring the blitz. We kind of just bring our
4.
Our
they their
just
game plan was odd to me. They did not turn to the pass at all. They just kept running the ball.
I think they had no choice. I think Buffalo took away that, and I don't think the receivers are savvy veterans, right? They're not good enough, to be honest with you. And I kind of felt like they saw what we were giving them, and they were taking it, and that's fine. But the problem with them is it was just killing their time,
killing the clock.
It was a long drives, right? long drives, and that's
Especially
cool
in the
because
second half.
we were already up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're just killing your own time. But I will say, when Rodgers did throw, at sometimes that one dude was making some plays, man.
Yeah, Romeo Dubs.
Yeah, Dubs. So like, it's almost like maybe they should have tried it earlier. I don't know, but yeah, I just think they were taking what we were giving them. And I don't think you'll see that happen against our defense.
I hope not.
Tonight was just one of those games, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm not too overly concerned.
I listened to Josh talk about it, and knowing how, the veteran leadership they have in there, the way Vaughn brings a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, they looked better in this game than they did any of the last few years coming out of the bye.
Yeah,
which was a positive. They just played a crappy second half.
Yeah, I will say no Moss tonight. It really is going to be interesting.
Why did they even have him active if they weren't going to play him?
I don't know, but it's going to be super interesting to see on trade deadline what they do. I am because I tell you what, we go back to it. That red zone is a problem, and we need some help. And I gotta say, Kareem Hunt, if we did trade for him,
Kareem Hunt, the Raiders lost today too.
Right, and they're looking.
And Josh Jacobs came out and was talking crap about how they didn't pick up his fifth-year option.
On the move. Yeah, I told you. So those two guys probably are available. But I listen, we need help in the red zone. And I love Devin Singletary, but he's not like the red zone guy. You know what I mean? Like I like what he does for this team, but he's just not that. Clearly, right? They're not even giving him an opportunity to be the red zone guy, so they already know that.
Well,
they
tried to run him early, and
they did. We almost got in.
Yeah,
but it's just
not quite big enough.
No, he's not, and that's okay. That's not what his role is. So go out there, get yourself, try at least because we need it. We need it.
We need a bowling ball. We need that bowling ball.
You have to have a big. Yeah, you have to. And I hope that happens. I do. Just don't give up.
See you, Moss. Been nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I really, because I liked Moss. I liked what he did his rookie year. He just doesn't fit our scheme. You know, ultimately, I would like to see him go to a scheme that he fits in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Scott's really mad. Scott's really, really mad tonight. I really hope the coach lays into them. The after responsibility. Yes. The 111th, me and Tommy were texting them about this back during the game. This for yourself mentality they had tonight was really noticeable.
Yeah, from the get-go. And I kind of felt like at first I thought they were gonna maybe when Diggs caught the touchdown, I'm like, okay, Diggs he's going to have himself a game. And he had a good game. But I thought he was going to have himself a game. And then I thought Gabe Davis would too. I really did. Because they're like, all right, you know what? You want to talk? Like, sometimes players get up for that. But I felt like their emotions.
Diggs,
no, not at all. Not at all for him.
Yeah. Diggs was able to channel it into a good game.
Yeah.
Davis lost his flipping mind.
Yeah. I felt like I just felt like the whole team kind of on offense, especially
the second half was just.
I think Green Bay was just chirping. Even their line guys were kind of like getting on us, and I kind of felt like we were playing into their game. We were playing a psychological game, and we were stepping like we were shooting ourselves in our own foot because we were like playing into their game. And you can't let that happen, man. You got to just stay focused and do your thing, man.
McDermott will use this tape as evidence of that to drill it in, and then they'll burn it. You burn that second half.
Yeah, 100%.
It never happened.
That's very uncharacteristic too. I gotta say, of this team, we really don't do that. Like, it's very rare that we let our emotions get to us.
Yeah, that Stevenson kid is a stud. He's a beast down there. He's a bowling ball. Why they keep running Harris and not him? I have no.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And he's good pass catcher too. He's a beast, bro.
That guy is good.
He reminds me of a younger Hunt, by the way. Like when Hunt first got in the league.
He's actually a bigger.
He's bigger. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
But Hunt, when you hit Hunt, his legs are like tree trunks. So he just kind of bounces off of them.
He has very good contact balance.
Yeah.
Very good contact balance, and that's what we need in the red zone. I'm telling you, man. We are like, I don't think Hunt. Like, listen, if we did get Hunt, I'm not saying he would be like, oh my god, we're Hunt's 22 carries a game, and now we're just power.
He would just fit in
but
the offense.
He would fit. Yeah, exactly. He would just be something that we're missing right now, and that could add that part that's really messing with our game a little bit, and that's the short yardage red zone work. That's been really, honestly, Mikey, that's a problem for a couple seasons.
I don't think we're going to do anything. I really don't.
Yeah, well, Brandon,
because we saw Cook tonight run really well. We saw Singletary run tonight really well.
He did.
So
he did.
Bringing in another back messes up with that rotation, and I just don't think they're going to do it. As much as I would love to have that player.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's interesting. They talked supposedly to see him to Carolina,
to Kamara. I guess.
I mean, yeah. Oh, Kamara too. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's not like I heard Bill's News trade rumors about a tight end or an offensive lineman. Like, it's been running backs to this point. So are they rumors or is there some truth to it?
Well, where there's smoke or where there's fire, where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire or whatever.
Yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. I imagine there's something there, and it might just be Flyers checking in on guys, because Brandon Beane checks in on everybody.
Sure. Yeah. Why not? You have to. That's your job.
That's his job. Yeah. That's his job, is to check in on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Are they content with their running back room? Probably. Could they upgrade it? Yes. We're in that Super Bowl window. I would love to add another piece that's going to help us get over the hump.
Am I lagging, Mikey? Because I am hardwired in.
Okay. Sure. Just randomly on my side, you're glitching. It could be me. I was just asking a question.
All right. Let me pop back in. You keep talking, Mike.
All right. So Trek says, where'd it go? Maybe we could get Tommy's boy Zappy too. Yeah, it'd be our backup. Get a little Zappy backup going on.
All right.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips. Okay, can we please take a minute for appreciation of this man, Jordan Phillips, and the nastiness he brings to our defense? I watched him shoulder hit about 3 guys and knock him down. Didn't even wrap up. Just shoulder hit him.
Yo, he was. I was telling you earlier, like I don't know, was there a tight end, but man, he hit him with his shoulder.
The tight end.
And that dude was like right away. Like, I think he pointed his head. Like, he was mad, bro. He laid him out, dude. And that was Jordan Phillips is a
Jones who turned Jones around.
Dude, Jordan Phillips, we were talking about me and Mikey, another conversation. I hope they find a way to keep him. I do. I know he's on a 1-year deal, but he brings so much juice to this line. He does, man. And he's a good player. He's a good player to have. I would hate for him to leave, go somewhere else, man. Like, he just fits everything about this defense, Leslie Frazier defense, right? Sean McDermott. Like, he's Buffalo, man. Like, honestly, like, he gets the crowd into it. Like, he brings the energy. And even when the energy is a little low, he makes a play or does something that gets the defense back on track. Like, I love Jordan Phillips, man. I really. Ed Oliver, by the way,
Scott's
too.
Right here. Scott's comment here is right. He can get away with it. Everyone else that tried that tonight, they just bounced off of him.
Yeah, you can't.
And no one was wrapping up tonight. Everyone was.
Nobody was wrapping. They were all trying to do that. Yeah. You can't do that. You got to wrap up. That's a lesson learned.
Phillips is a freak of nature.
He's a big boy. Yeah. Ed Oliver too, by the way. That's another.
Ed Oliver had a really good game too.
Dude, he was blowing. He was blowing up the offensive line. Like, that dude. He is really good.
Groot's sack was because of Oliver. Settle's sack was because of Oliver.
Yes. Oliver almost had it. Forced Rodgers out, and Rousseau, which good for Rousseau, by the way, who didn't give up on the play. Yeah. And caught up on cleaned it up. So I mean, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of good to take away from this game as well. 100%. I thought Dane Jackson played well tonight, except for a couple mistakes here and there. The stupid penalty, which I still don't know if that was a penalty. I thought Hamlin, like I said, except for the misassignment or whatever he did got caught up.
And the stupid, like on the Aaron Jones run, he keeps trying to ankle tackle, and he's got to stop doing that because they're just stepping out of it.
Yeah.
I thought he did that last week too against Juju, and he took off for a long one.
I thought Vaughn was a little quiet tonight. I got to admit. I'm not saying he played bad. Yeah. I'm not saying he played bad. I just thought he was a little quiet. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like felt like the juice wasn't all there for Vaughn in this game. It could be just me.
He had 2 tackles, one solo. That was it.
Yeah, that's it, right? So I'm just saying, even his like demeanor on the field, like I didn't really see that juice that he
I didn't see the juice really from most of them.
Except for Phillips. Milano
Milano was all over the place.
Right? I thought Hamlin also was
Tremaine Edmonds had 16 tackles and 13 solos.
Wow, really? See, I didn't even know that. And I felt like he missed a few.
and
that's what he does, though. He does tackle. Like he leads our team pretty much every season in tackles. That's the good thing. But he also what did he say?
He said McDermott's victory speech is going on right now. I hope he says you all earned an extra day of practice for playing like shit.
I highly doubt it.
Scott is hot.
I'm sure it went something like
it's hard to win in this league.
Right.
Way to stick through the ups and downs and battle it out and come out.
Right.
We'll watch the tape, do the right things.
Right.
We'll get back onto it. Enjoy it tonight. We'll get back onto it in 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, at the end of the day, W's a W.
Yeah.
And guys, we are 6-1, and that's
we lose that game
really
last year.
Good.
We lose that game last year.
Oh, 100%. So we still found our way. We still found a way to win. Even with the offense struggling in the second half, I felt like the defense kind of struggled late in the fourth quarter, but for the most part in the second half, they still stayed on course for pretty much what they were doing in the first half. The only part I would say is that fourth quarter they started getting maybe even tired, making some mistakes.
Poyer left.
Yeah, Poyer left. You know what I mean? And also I saw quick turnovers.
I also saw a lot of
time of possession was long.
Boogie Basham and AJ Epinesa in the fourth quarter.
And I believe
I don't know. Yeah, time was that they held
33-26. So they were way up at one point, and I think because we had that long drive in the fourth quarter that ended that we.
Yeah.
But I think that helped. But they were up a lot by like 10 minutes at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really look at the total yards too, they beat us in total yards.
Yeah, they beat us in
398 to 369. I mean, passing 190 to 216, super close. Rushing 208 to 153.
Yep.
I mean, if I told you that, you might think Green Bay won the game.
They beat us in every aspect of the game except for the scoreboard.
Right.
Because they even beat us in turnovers 2-1.
That's right. Yeah, the 2 turnovers by Allen and the interception.
Oh, they beat us in penalties too, 8-4.
Right. So, guys, take this one and be happy with it. Because if I told you those stats and didn't tell you the score, you would say Buffalo probably lost that game.
You know what the big difference was? They were 6 for 12 on third down. We were 2 for 7 on third down. That's bad.
Good. That's bad. It's unacceptable. I'm telling you. Yeah. A lot of uncharacteristic.
Yes, Amy, bring that positivity. We're 6-0 after bye weeks under McDermott.
That's right, baby. That's right. McDermott is the best winning percentage Bills head coach of all time, baby.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh, guys, real quick. Tomorrow, Halloween. We will not be going live because there's trick-or-treaters and families and we're doing our thing. So we will not be going live. We'll probably shoot a video though. So check out the video. We'll have we'll have a video for you tomorrow. We'll have a little quick video for you guys tomorrow. Okay. Other than that though, we won't be going live tomorrow. I'm sorry. but we're here now post game and so I just want to let you guys know
also that. If anybody watched our fantasy football show on Saturday, and if anybody took the advice we gave out, you killed it this week. We were on fire
Fire.
All the guys that we had posted out there hit big. By the way, you forgot to change your name when you came back in, Mikey.
I am Mikey. I'm Mikey. Mikey
So
Apex.
make sure you come visit with us on If You Play
be
Fantasy
Mikey.
Football on Saturdays with our show. But Tommy, what do you got left for here? I mean, it was a W. That's all
It
we can
was.
go with. It was a W.
It was a W, and a sigh of relief. That we got the win.
Scott's killing me tonight. He's like, "That's fine. I won't be cooled down by then, anyways."
But yeah, man. No, that's all I got for you guys. Oh, no.
What?
Mafia means family podcast, guys. Is finally. They're not going live, but they're going to be doing some recording, so I should have that up for you guys next week.
Nice.
Probably by Friday, maybe Thursday. And they'll be doing the recap of this game and previewing the Jets game. So look for that. That's going to be a really cool podcast. It's with PJ, who's 10 years old,
Mini Mafia,
and his mom. Yep, Mini
Yep.
Mafia.
and Mafia Mom.
And it's going to be Mafia Mom. Is that exactly? So I hope you guys enjoy that new content. It's going to be different. And look for that next week on Mafia Sports Report.
And
Other
Amy,
than that,
thanks for riding with us. We appreciate it. We know we felt we were a little negative tonight, but I think that's just the way the game ended. Ultimately, it was a W.
Yeah, it was a W, man.
It was a W. We're 6-1 headed into Jets week, going to
right.
New Jersey to play.
That's right, New
It'll
Jersey.
be fun to smack down the Jets because I always
That's
like
right.
smacking down the Jets.
That's right.
So
That's right. So other than that, guys, we are out. Have a happy Halloween. Be safe.
Yeah.
Have fun. Go Bills. Peace out.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.